Hello everyone, my name is Oyedeji. I'm the CEO at Overwood, and I'm here to tell you about Overwood Child. Now there are two wonderful people here with me. It's okay.
Okay,
One
we
is
should start a new
no, it's okay. One is Andrew Oyedeji, the other one is Audrey Oyedeji, and both of them are going to be asking me questions about Overwood Child. Okay.
Alright, so can you tell me about Overwood Child? Like, what is it? Is there a baby?
No, it's not a baby. So Overwood Child is our investment fund that's geared and structured primarily for parents to help their kids become more successful. So they plan for their kids, they invest for their kids, they invest on behalf of their kids. So for instance, I've invested on behalf of you guys. So Audrey has an Overwood Child fund, Andrew has an Overwood Child fund. So that's what it's about.
Why did you start Overwood Child?
Okay, so I'm guessing you guys don't know this, but when your dad was much younger, my own father died. And one of the things I wish he had done was to set up a fund to ensure that we're able to get a good education regardless of what happened to him. So since then, I've always thought that parents should sort of look out for their kids all through the process, whether they're young or old or whatever. They should create a fund that can ensure that their kids get a good education regardless of what happens. So that was one of the things that resonated with me and made me start Overwood Child as a fund for parents. All right?
Mm-hmm. So, what kind of person should really invest in Overwood Child?
Yeah, so Overwood Child, in my view, is for parents who care about their kids' future and education. Because we have two models. So the first model is actually geared towards parents who want to pay school fees for their kids, first term, second term, third term, because school fees is really expensive in Nigeria and in the rest of Africa also. And then the other one is for parents who want to sort of, invest and save for the future for their kids. So it could be short term or long term. So just parents who care about their kids' education in general.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What is the smallest amount that someone can invest in Overwood Children?
It's not Overwood Children, it's Overwood Child. Okay. So, well, I mean, people can invest anything. We've got clients that have 10 million naira in their Overwood Child account. I've got clients that have 50,000 naira. The minimum is 50,000 naira, but people can sort of take it from there and grow the fund as needed. But the minimum is 50,000 naira.
What will investors gain from Overwood Child?
Investors will gain daily compound interest. I don't know if you understand that. But every single day, the fund grows so that what I've invested for you guys, I'm hoping it will grow enough that when you get to university, I'll never have to pay a dime for your university education because the fund is growing on a daily basis. Also, if you're planning to use it to pay school fees in, say, January, the funds will grow between now and January 2021 so that when they're ready to pay school fees, it's a lot easier for them. So it's just the compound interest and the daily compound interest in Overwood Child that's the main gain that parents would have.
How exactly does it work in the world?
How does it work? You go to overwood.ng, www.overwood.ng. When you get to overwood.ng, right, you will find out that we have three funds. We've got Overwood Prime, which is a major Naira-based investment. We've got Overwood Dollar, which is a dollar-denominated investment pegged against the US dollar. And then we've got Overwood Child. So for instance, we have a client that has 6 children. And this client has invested for each of his 6 children. So what that means is that every single one of those children gets a chance to, to have something for themselves as they begin to grow up. Yeah.
So how will people withdraw their money from Overwood Child?
It's actually pretty easy. They go to the overwood.ng, they initiate a withdrawal. The one key thing is that we've set 3 withdrawal windows a year. So in January, when it's time to pay the school fees for the second term, we have a withdrawal window. In April, when it's time to pay the school fees for the third term, we have a withdrawal window. And then in September, when it's time to pay the school fees for the first term, we have a withdrawal window. So that parents are not just, there's a party, I need money, then you go take Audrey's money. Or I need, so there's a penalty for taking outside those windows, because we want people to be disciplined towards ensuring that the funds are actually just for school fees to a large extent.
Do you have any final comments on Overwood Child?
Yeah, I do. I think, I think the generations before us, the generations of Africans before us, to a large extent, did not take the time to prepare for their children's future. I feel that we as a generation have a chance to do better. We know more, we understand the intricacies of finance. And so if we just leave our kids and hope for the best for them, I think it's wasted knowledge. So what we have to do, in my view, is to set our children up for the future. The one thing that always bothers me is when I see people at school fees time, they're hustling to go borrow, they're hustling to find a way to pay their children's school fees. With Overwood Child, that gets taken out of the way, because every month you can put something towards the eventual payment of school fees, and more importantly, you can put something towards your children's future. So what I'm hoping is that by the time you guys get to university, there will be enough fund in my Overwood Child for both of you that you'll be able to go to university without me having to pay a dime in school fees. So I'm just excited about Overwood Child, and I hope everybody would invest as needed. Thank you very much. Bye. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
Now, do you want to tell them to invest in Overwood Child?
Invest in Overwood Child. Make sure to invest in Overwood Child.